we have to remember, of course, for us to earn more, para tayo kumita, guys, we have to open our slots. Okay, so our minimum of peak slots is 30 peak slots per cutoff. So question, ilang cutoffs ba we have in a month? So we have two cutoffs, guys. Okay, it's from first and 15th of the month, and then 16th and 30th or 30th, 31st of the month. Okay, keep that in mind. And then this is our the peak hour time slots that we have a lot of students. Okay, so we call them as peak hour slots daily from 1800 to 2030. Okay, and then we have our late night time slot from 12 midnight to 3 o'clock in the morning. Okay, so coach, why is we have like midnight time slots? So if you have, I've mentioned earlier, guys, we have students from KSA, from Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, right? So we are ahead of 5 hours, okay, with their time slot. So these are their peak hours. Now we are actually getting students up until 4 a.m. in the morning. Okay, so we have exceeded, yeah, 4:30 up until 5. So this our peak hour slots, right? So make sure to take a note of that. Okay, so open future slots in order to get advanced booked lessons, right? So students select teachers with good attendance, of course. Okay, consistent plotting of schedule and an enthusiastic teaching skills. So what the students want is having a consistency with opening your slots. So advanced opening of slots. So for example, today is Feb 29, so make sure that you have open slots from March 1 to 15 and even 16 to 31st. So that's what the student wants, consistency. Okay, clear? So far, any questions, guys? You may simply raise your hand. Clear tayo? Ano bang questions? Good. So again, yes. Go ahead. Who's that?
Minsan mo deh.
May narinig ako eh. Wala? Na-unmute lang.
Ibot rin mo.
So far, so good? Okay, good. So if you have questions again, the
This.
raise recognize hand gesture is working. So para makita ko sinataas
Kani?
ang kamay. All right, so moving on. Okay, let
Ah,
me just
tara.
okay, so these are the classroom standards that we require. Okay, so teacher must have an official 5-1 talk TARP. Okay, with the teaching name. As you can see here, with teacher Marla Princess. Okay, yan. So 5-1 talk TARP. Don't worry. We'll share you the specifications of this TARP. Once we join the GC of Trainer Rex Edison later, Skype, I'll share it to you so they can send you the details on getting a TARP. I think you'll have it will cost you around like 300 pesos to have this one printed out. Okay, so but for the first 30 days, okay, so you can see it here, you're allowed to use the plain white background. Okay, just like for Miss Joyce Tolentino, plain white background, that's good. Okay, for Norverb, that's good. However, I think you're using a cloth, ma'am. Tama po ba? You have like a white cloth. So yeah, make sure it's not moving while you're conducting your C demo in your classes. But that's so far that's good. For Evangeline Regno, that's good. For Aymar, yeah, plain white background as at the moment, that's good. Okay, so the classroom standards, so teaching location should be clean and clutter-free, as you can see. So we are not allowed to conduct classes in the kitchen, living room, yung madaming taong dumadaan. Okay, because that will result to a complaint. So as much as possible, you have your own room, okay, and kayo lang ang tao, right? So virtual backgrounds are not allowed, just like mine, yung itong avoid notification absence. So that's not allowed, guys. Okay, so just plain white background with a 5-1 talk art. Okay, so avoid using Manicam. So as far as I know, this is an application in AC that you could use, that you could install, that you could actually have like the bunny attire, like the headgears virtually. So don't do that. Okay, or
Kawas
never
pa
use
rin.
Manicam borders. And the reason why, because if magbo-border ka pa, ganyan, hindi nakita yung face mo. Kaka-border siya. So mas there's a chance that your face will be little. Okay, so again, guys, make sure to be on mute. Let me just mute you all. For Cyril, sir, yeah, let me just mute you. Thank you. All right. So going back again, Manicam borders is not allowed, people. Right. So avoid overuse of stickers. Okay, stickers. Later on, I'll let you watch a video because here in Taiwan Talk we have what we call an application tool that we use in conducting your classes. We called it AC or air class. Okay, later on you'll watch a video how to navigate and use this. Okay, so again, plain white background, just like this. The light should be illuminated. Your face should be seen. Like for teacher Miss RV Gale, I like the lighting. Right, so kita kita ka ng student. So that's what you need to have. Okay, all right. So question so far, guys. None clear para man? Not information overload. Okay, good, good, good. So this is what you need to what you have to look like. Okay, you have your name, right? So again, the size and width of this five watt tarp will be given in our GC once you pass your C demo, so you don't have to worry how to get this tarp. Okay, all right. So let me just move on. By the way, for the guys that you're using like the cloth, like for teacher Dennis Manawi, sir, make sure once you have your C demo, that cloth it's not moving. Okay, so kasi that could affect the student's attention as well. Okay, so make sure it's properly installed, right? So it should not be moving. Okay, moving on. All right, so classroom standards still. Okay, so lighting, like what I mentioned here, diba? Kitang-kita sa teacher must be adequate and balanced, so both background and teacher are properly illuminated. Okay, so use a clip on ring light to illuminate your face. So teacher's face needs to be seen well. So no shadows, guys, as you can see. For teacher Marlo Princess, wala siyang shadow. Okay, it's perfectly illuminated. So that's what you need to have. So camera distance must be eye level, top of the head down to the upper shoulder should be visible. So you can see, guys, kita yung collared shirt. Okay, shoulder niya. So camera adjustments, let's see. For teacher Dennis, Manawe is good. Your camera distance is good. It's good for Van Brian. Distance is good. For Ma'am Claire Joyce, medyo adjust tayo ng konti. Okay. So for your camera distance, this is total fine. For Anita Mare, distance is fine. And for teacher Marife, Miss Marife Perea, siguro adjust natin si camera kasi parang nakatagilid siya. So it should be just like this, okay? All right. Okay, nasa center siya, camera distance, so should be centered as well. Yan, teacher must be always in the center of the frame. Okay, just like here as you can see. All right. So question so far, guys. Clear pa sa classroom standards? Okay, great. So that's what you need to have. Okay, and your lighting. For Sir Mark Lawrence, sir, make sure to improve your lighting, huh? Okay, for your demo as well. All right, so at least you'll be seen. Thank you. All right, moving on. Okay, so this is your login page for my page. I think you will receive an email if I'm not mistaken. Your logins, you'll be given the same password. Okay, and you have your own username. So make sure to customize your password. Never share your password, guys. Okay, and your email address. Right. So most of you guys, lahat po ba nakapag-sign ng service agreement? Meron po ba? Okay, good. So I think the link will be given there. Okay, so this is your My Page logins. Right, so your username, most probably your email, and then a default password. Okay, and then once you're in, I think you can see that under account settings tabs at the bottom left side. I'll try to show it later. Kindly remind me of that on how to customize your password. Or I think once you've entered your password in front, it will let you customize your password. Meron po ba dito nakapag-customize ng password, teachers? Wala pa. Wala pa nag-try. Okay, make sure to customize that. Okay, so the link, it's 51talk.ph. Okay, sign in. Okay, so make sure to take a photo, take a note of that. Right? Okay, so this is what I'm talking about, the Air class, guys, for Windows and for Mac. Let me just share you here. So here, so for example, since we this is part of our peak hours, right? For example, I want to open my schedules later, right? So you can simply click this one. It will be highlighted orange, and then just simply hit submit. Okay. So once you hit submit, you will see there it will change to open. Okay. Now let's try it. Okay, success. So as you can see, for tomorrow you have your open slots, right? Of course, I don't want to mess this one up. I'll close this right away. This might be booked. Okay, so once you close it, you can just simply click it again and then hit submit to close it. Simple as that. There you go. It's closed. Clear? Simple lang, di ba? That's how you open and close a slot. So just a quick tip. Um, make sure to take this down, guys. You can close your open slot 30 minutes before the time slot starts. Okay. So for example, you have an open slot at example 1500. Let's say. Sorry, it's Feb 23. Let's go to March 1. So for example, next, so yeah, March 1. You have an open slot at 8:30, for example. You can still close this one, guys, at around 7:59. Okay, 7:59 in the morning, right? 8 a.m. strikes, you can no longer close it. It will be grayed out. Okay. So if ever you have an important thing to do and you cannot conduct a class, make sure to close it. Okay. I apologize for the actual background noise. We have a lot here. A lot of uh, teammates are at my back. So that's what you actually how to close the slots. Okay. So if it's open, just highlight it and hit submit. Okay. So again, you can close the slot 30 minutes before the lesson starts. Okay. Take a note of that. I'll ask questions later. All right. So let me just go back. Okay, options that you can see. There's like a prompt message that the zero tolerance policy remind us of on the platform. So just simply click I agree, and there you go. Right, you will see your schedules here. The date. This is still from my page, the one that you saw earlier. So you'll see the date and time. So you'll know if your open slot is booked if you will see a name like this. Okay, meron na siya. Where's the pen? Yeah. Yeah, under the role. So this is the reservation, sorry. So this is the where you can see the actual student's name on your My Page or home. My booking schedules or the home page. Okay. You'll see here you have Obanda for 1800. Okay. So this icon's over here. This is the type of lessons that you will have. So as you can see on the left side, VIP here. VIP, these are the newly enrolled students. Okay, so make sure just to have a quick preview of that one. You don't have to actually take a note of that because you will still have this one on your NTC training. Okay, so this is what it looks like for refunding. It looks like the fireball here, fireball. Okay, so refunding students. So these students are students that are not satisfied with their previous classes. That's why they're refunding their lessons. Okay, for free trial, this is students that are a possible potential enrollee here 5 talk. Okay, so you can just see these icons. So this is what it looks like for your open slots. Open slots. Okay, right? And then for the H5, here you go. So this is like a high definition class. So anyways, you'll learn more about this one. So once you pass your C demo and once you run under, tech check, okay, if your device is qualified to have an H5 lesson, okay? So again, this is how it looks like on your My Page. If you have a book class, you'll see the student's name. Now, once you see the student's name, how will we actually check, if the actual lesson material? So, by the way, guys, take a note of this. Classes may be booked up to the 10th minute, okay, during the lesson time. So, if you will have an open slot, people, make sure to refresh your AC in My Page every minute, okay? Because the student might come in. We call them a sub student. So, for example, guys, you have an open slot for 1800. Okay, that can still be booked up at least or up around 1810. So if you know that you have an open slot, make sure that you are in front of your workstations. Okay, and you have to refresh your AC in My Page, right? Because the student might come in at 1801, 1802, 3, 4 onwards, so on and so forth until 1810. Okay, one of the students here, right? So make sure to always be in front of your workstation once you have an open slot. But if not, again, if you have something to do, okay, you have to close your open slot, right? So I showed you how to do it earlier. Okay, are we clear? Questions so far, guys? Ano na? Sure kayo ha? Mamaya ako magtatanong ha? Natin kung nakikinig kayo. All right. So moving on. So again, classes can be booked 10 minutes during the class time, okay? So your open slot can still be booked up until, for example, 1800, up until 1810, 1801, 1802, 1803, refresh your AC in My Page, okay? Because the student might come in. All right, moving on. Okay, so the reservation details here you can see the student's material. So once you click the student's name, okay, click mo to si Bubanda, for example, this will take you here. Okay, reservation details. So you'll see there the title of the book lesson, right? Now let's see it in live action.